Good morning, good afternoon, and good night, depending where you are in the world. And also welcome to our channel, Guide for Autism. I'm so glad that you are here today. So this is a space where we share inspiration, encouragement, and practical tips for families raising children with autism. So together we support one another on this beautiful journey. Just know that you're not alone. Let's grow and thrive together as a community. So in today's video, I want to talk about sleepless night. This is because I have not slept enough last night. So it can be so many different reasons why a parent raising children with autism may lack of sleep. One, it could be your child having difficult falling asleep, or frequent night wakings, or early morning waking, and bedwetting. So it can be anything that may make parents feel sleep deprivation. So in today's video, I'm not going to talk about all this. My focus today is about bedwetting. Bedwetting is common among children with autism, and it often persists longer than in neurotypical children. Several factors may contribute to this, such as sensory processing differences, communication challenges, and also delayed development in bladder control. Now, if you have a child who is still bedwetting, you may be asking yourself, why is my child still bedwet? As I said, it can be delayed bladder maturity. Some children take longer to develop full bladder control, both during the day and during the night. So some parents may struggle to keep up on guiding their children during the day and still the same thing during the night, which can be very exhausting. Another reason, it could be sensory processing issues. Some children may not recognize the sensation of a full bladder or wake up to use the bathroom. And some children also dislike a feeling of wet clothes and wet bed linen, but they still don't wake up in time to prevent this. Another reason could be communication challenges. If your child is still nonverbal, may have difficulties to express himself or herself, either they want to use the bathroom or not. So that can also be a challenge to get to know in time when the child needs support or not. Also, routine and anxiety can be a problem. For example, if you've traveled with your child and it's a new environment, your child probably don't know where to go in the bathroom. That can also make your child bedwet because it's a new environment. It could be sleep difficulties. Autism is often linked to sleep disorder. If a child is in a deep sleep or has difficulty waking up, they may not realize they need to go to the bathroom. So this can be another issue. So you need to observe if your child sleeps deep and can't feel the sensation of being wet, or even not recognizing they are wetting the bed. It could be sleep difficulties. Autism is often linked to sleep disorder. If a child is in a deep sleep or has difficulty waking up, they may not realize they need to go to the bathroom, which can make your child bedwetting most of the time. It can be medical condition, constipation, urinary tract infection, or low muscle tone can make bedwetting be more frequently. If you feel like you have tried everything and it's not working, maybe you need to seek medical attention so that your child can be checked. If your child is still having difficulties with bedwetting, there are so many things that you can do to help your child transition from bedwetting to dry night. One is having established consistent bathroom routine. For example, before your child can go to bed, make sure your child uses the bathroom before they go to sleep. Another thing that you can do is to limit the fluid your child takes, maybe from 1 hour to 2 hours or 3 hours before they go to sleep. So for example, with me, I have not slept well last night because my son was being looked after with one of the friend who came around, and I didn't want to overload her with what she need to do and what time she need to limit the drink. I completely forgot about that. My son ended up drinking a lot closer to the time he goes to bed. So when I came home yesterday, I slept. Within 1 hour, my son woke me up. He was already wet. I had to change clothes, I have to change bed and put him back to sleep. He woke me up 3 times, which was a lot for me. For him, he was okay to go back to sleep, so I have not slept enough as I want to. In fact, as soon as I finish recording this video, I'm going back to sleep because I'm already tired. So another thing that you can do is to use visual support. Some children with autism, they really like using images that reminds them what happened before they go to bed. This is something that you can put on a fridge where they get the water from, just to make sure that when they're heading there, they know it's bedtime and they shouldn't be taking any much fluid. Another thing you can do is you can stick them in a bathroom just to facilitate that transition for them to be aware it's bedtime and they shouldn't be drinking more than they should. Another reason that I came to discover, I was talking to one of the parents. She actually mentioned something during the winter time. Normally the toilet is very cold, especially some of the house becomes very cold during winter time. She mentioned that her child doesn't like using the toilet during the night because actually the toilet is cold. She bought this warm cushion to put on toilet seat, and which help the child really use the toilet as they should. So if this is something also you want to look into or you want to explore, because there is always a reason why something is happening, and if you feel like this is what your child needs, please get them, because there are so many toilet cushion colorful ones out there that you can get for your child. Another thing that have worked for me in the past when my child was still young, 5 and 6, is using bedwetting alarm. So this alarm can help to train the brain to wake up when the bladder is full. These alarms gently vibrate or beep at the first sign of moisture. So if this is something you want to try, it's very helpful. Some of these alarms, they can be very loud, and once your child get to hear them, they quickly wake up. They may wet the bed a little bit, but they will definitely wake up. So that's something I've used in the past, and it did really work well. I had to stop it because I wanted my child to use his brain to know that it's time to wake up and use the toilet. So if your child is still young and you're still struggling and maybe you don't want your child to wear pull-ups, you can start using bedwetting alarms. They are really good. Another one that is common is using protective bedding. For example, if your child is still young, and you can put your child in pull-ups or special underwears which can absorb so much water during the night. So if you want to look into that, that is another one you can do. What I've realized is that once they start growing up, they don't like using them, and that's where you need to start thinking about how to monitor them during the day and also control how much amount of water they drink during the day. Lastly, please avoid punishing your child because they are having bedwetting, because it's just not them. It is something out of their control, and it's something you need to work around with them and try the way you can support them. Last and not least, please try to celebrate with your child. If you have tried to work with your child with everything we have said and you are getting where your child needs to be, try to celebrate your child. If your child wake up with dry night, please encourage them, celebrate with them, and also trying to make a note. What did you do to make that happen, so that you can keep repeating to reduce how many times your child wet bed. So this is what I have for today. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe so that you don't miss any tips I send out every single week. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you on my next video.